Starting my speech in 3, 2, 1. As a parent, of course, we are gonna do our best to parenting and educate our children. And we are gonna choosing the right step to their development. Obviously, with a free-range parenting, our child will develop into their best without being stressed or something else. We know that every children have their own ability and their own understanding skill. Using helicopter parenting, for our children, they will give them some pressure like they being forced to learn something that they didn't like it. For example, my child, they good at painting and another one, they good at math, but I overprotecting them and make them a schedule or a target to study, not based on their passion. What would happen? They are gonna be so stressed and the result for their grade will not be well because they are forced to study that and they cannot focus to study that, and the grade maybe they would just have 75 points or maybe 85 points. Then I'm gonna compare the different type of children before I say my argument. First one is a child who are nurtured by a free-range parenting, and the second one is a child who are nurtured by a helicopter parenting. The first one, a child who are nurtured by a free-range parenting. They would have a lot of experience by themselves because they can explore everything, take some breaks, and they would know what the world really are. For example, I was a child who are nurtured by a free-range parenting, and I have a passion for drawing and painting, and my parents give me a freedom to do that. And the result, I can have a really good skills at painting and drawing, but if my parents forced me to learn something that I didn't like, for example math or maybe chemistry, what would happen? I would have a really down grade, like just 65 points or maybe 75 points. And when my parents force me to study when I'm not in a mood, what would happen? I cannot focus to study. But when my parents give me a freedom to study, I can study when I'm in a mood. And the result, I would have a really good grade. That's the impact of the free-range parenting. And the second one, a child who are nurtured by a helicopter parenting. They would do something based on what their parents say, what their parents wrote, and they would not have a lot of experience, a lot of experience to take some risks, and their skill would not develop. For example, my parents forced me to learn every subject, and I have to reach or passing every subject, like I have to get 100 points. And what happened, I was really so being stressed and I cannot do what I want. Like I want to take a boxing or maybe Muay Thai, but my parents didn't give me permission because there is not in their target. So what happened? I would not have an experience. I cannot take some risks and I cannot develop into my best character. And then I will say my 2 points of my arguments. Firstly, on the parents' point of view, and second one in the children's point of view. Firstly, the parents' point of view. Maybe for some parents, they would feel unsafe for their children, but back again, what is the function of the parent? Of course, as a parent, we should parenting our children, nurture them, but with the right step, which is with a free-range parenting. The parent should give the children more freedom to explore, experience, and learning. But as a parent, we still have to monitoring them, but with the boundaries. For example, my child, they have a passion to be a video content creator. And I, as a parent, I would give them a lot of freedom to learn that, to study that, to chase their dream. But back again, as a parent, I will still have monitoring my child, maybe with checking their phone or maybe checking their PC, so I can know what they do. So as a parent, we can support them because we know what they do, what they want, and they can chase their dream. And secondly, on the children's point of view, as a child, it will seem so comfortable and fun to learning what they want, not being forced or overprotecting by their parents. They can do more exploring, more experience. For example, I'm as a child, I would feel so happy, would feel so comfortable if my parents give me a permission to do everything what I want. For example, I want to join a drawing lesson or maybe boxing or maybe Muay Thai, taekwondo or something else like that, and my parents give me a permission. So I have a lot of experience. I can take some risks. I can know what what is gonna feel if I'm being punched by someone else. I have that experience, you know. Whatever I'm losing or I'm winning, I have an experience. And now let's talk about the pros and opposite. Maybe in the pro side, like what I have said, there's a lot of benefit if we are take the free range parenting. And in the opposite, maybe the parents will think that the child will do everything what they want, and their child would be so wild because the parents give a lot of freedom. But as we propose, I would say that we can still give them a freedom, but we can still monitoring them, but with the boundaries. So that's why we should adopt the free range parenting, because it impacts a really positive thing than the helicopter parenting. We can tell the children they would feel so fine, they would feel so comfortable and happy, and the parents can feel more happy too if their children happy to chase their dream. And if there is an opposite, we can tell them, we can teach them, we can socialize them, what the impact to implement the free range parenting and the impact. First one, our children, they will feel so comfortable, and one, they would have a lot of experience, and they can be mature enough to know what the world really are. They will be so smart and good at their patient. And lastly, they will be good at their psychology. And that's all for me. Proud to be proposed, and thank you.